It's December 2021, and you've just traded your Bored Ape for a neat $200,000 profit. You're riding high and have made over $1 million this year. Well, chances are this isn't you. As a matter of fact, according to nonfungible.com, just over 470 crypto wallets made over $1 million in 2021. $1 million might be a lot, but with over 2.5 million wallets in circulation and over $5.4 billion in profits, you'd expect this figure to be just a tad bit higher. Despite the poor profit distribution, NFTs were soaring in popularity side by side with cryptocurrency, reaching new heights during late 2021. It seemed like this newly discovered market was all the rush. In this time, a CryptoPunk NFT sold for a whopping $532 million. Whilst another famous artist sold a large piece for $69 million. This huge spending spree in conjunction with celebrities and famous investors getting involved in the NFT market helped to motivate the community to push NFTs into a bullish period. However, like most things or people that were too quick to rise to fame, people had not actually stopped to take a moment to determine if this whole digital art thing that you can't actually touch was something that had a strong enough foundation to stick around for the long run. When taking a moment to stop and process what the rush was all about, that $532 million NFT sale was no more than a publicity stunt, as the seller for this NFT was also the buyer. This person utilized smart loans and multiple wallets to sell themselves their own NFT without even spending a cent. With what is assumed to be an attempt to inflate the prices of CryptoPunks. Oh, and by the way, you can currently buy this CryptoPunk for the small sum of approximately $780 million US, just in case you're interested. In a traditional regulated market structure, such a case would be considered illegal due to wash trading and creating artificial demand for an asset. However, with the NFT market being so new, this $532 million purchase was largely unregulated, and such events were possible legally. As it turns out, most NFTs that sold for large sums of money, be it a Bored Ape or some random 22-year-old Indonesian college student that made $1 million selling NFTs of his face, were simply driven by the hype and the novelty of being a part of the newest game in the market. As a matter of fact, most sales made for NFT that are making most of the profits are in the ballpark that your average investor cannot afford. Sales for large ticket NFTs such as Bored Apes and CryptoPunks are continuing to go up in price. Meanwhile, the more traditional NFTs that you and I can afford aren't doing the same. So if you're like me, you're probably wondering how much the average NFT actually sells for. An analysis done by a man named Parker found that the average going price of an NFT was just under $200. Now, at first glance, this appears to be a reasonable little profit, but once you factor in the gas fees or any other fees related to the platform, you're selling it on. You can't expect to make deceivingly less than what your NFT really sold for. This profit-chomping factor has likely deterred many intrigued apes from continuing to sell and trade NFTs. I'll just get to the point here and keep this video short. It's not like I'm saying NFTs are going away anytime soon, it's just that now, after the novelty of buying NFTs has died down, the market has decided to tone it down a notch and determine how they really want to value NFTs. The times of people simply buying NFTs for the experience have since passed, and your typical seller is now having to try harder to sell or flip their goofy piece of art. That's just how markets work. In February, the trade volume of NFTs dropped by 40% in comparison to its previous month of January. According to Google Trends statistics, the number of searches for the term NFT peaked at the end of January and continues to decline steadily. While at the beginning of February, the quantity of NFT sales was over 376,000. In the last few days, the number shows less than 100,000 sales. This is quite the tumble considering that NFTs were at their peak only a few months ago. So what can we expect from NFTs going forward? Well, this just happens to be a rather difficult prediction to make, especially since NFTs can be thought of as a leveraged bet on crypto, and gambling but people don't really know the difference and buy them because they're fun. One thing's for sure though, your average trader will not be able to use the same strategies to turn a profit as they did in 2021. Investing in an asset just because it's tokenized into an NFT is not a good idea, and sellers will have to look for new ways to bring value to their project. But if we were to be optimistic, one might expect for the NFT market to eventually bounce back, this time growing with a solid foundation. That's all for this video. Thanks for sticking around. Please consider subscribing and let us know if you'd like to see more videos like this. Till next time.